Good morning. Buenos dias. I appreciate everyone that's here, my colleagues, Governor Pritzker, his team, and I'm standing with our leaders, our advocates, because what is happening in our neighborhoods is unacceptable, it's dangerous, and it is un-American. For weeks, we've watched an alarming escalation of ICE activity across Illinois. These are not routine operations. These are aggressive, militarized raids with agents in tactical gear swarming our neighborhoods and detaining anyone without explanation, blocking off streets, intimidating families, and violating people's civil rights. And we are feeling the harmful effects every single day. These actions are not just traumatizing, but they are destabilizing our economy, hurting small businesses, and even impacting school attendance. And fear is not a policy solution. Trauma is not public safety. And no level of government, local, state, or federal, should be allowed to terrorize the very people they're supposed to serve. We're also witnessing something incredibly disturbing. Not only are immigrants being arrested and injured, but rapid responders, legal observers, journalists, elected officials, and volunteers who record these incidents, which is legal, are now being detained as well and arrested for documenting government misconduct and illegal tactics. Just recently, a 67-year-old U.S. citizen from Chicago was dragged from his car, suffering 6 broken ribs and internal bleeding. That is not law enforcement. That is a dangerous overreach of power by Trump's secret police, and they are getting more aggressive, more violent, and attacking more people that pose no threat to them. Only 2 months ago, a pair of masked men approached Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, who was on his way to work after dropping off his kids to school, where these agents were armed. Silverio feared for his life and tried to run away, but agents shot him and watched him die on the streets. And then they lied about it, with no accountability still. But ICE continues to lie, and they continue to have dangerous and illegal tactics when people are supposed to be trained to de-escalate and are aggressively and intentionally escalating. It sends a message that no one is safe, that ICE lies, and people are getting hurt. This is how accountability dies. And to the families that are scared, to the children that cry at night because they don't know if their parents are going to come home, we see you, and we hear you, and we will not be silent. Illinois has long been the state that welcomes immigrants, and it is what makes us strong, vibrant, and economically resilient. We are a state that believes in dignity, due process, and human rights. Yet today, those values are being tested, so our message is loud and clear. We demand that the federal government stop attacking American cities and stop harming the families who call this place home, to stop the indiscriminate and dangerous and illegal raids, to stop the intimidation of these attacks on community volunteers and working families, to stop weaponizing fear against our own residents. And what we need is immediate transparency from DHS and ICE, data on the arrests and injuries, accountability for unlawful detentions, protection for rapid responders and legal observers, federal oversight to stop this abuse of power. And we need to remind every elected official, regardless of party, that immigrants are not political pawns. They are workers, taxpayers, small business owners, neighbors, and parents. They are the backbone of our community, and they make Illinois stronger. And Illinois will continue to stand by its values. We will continue to defend our residents, and we will fight in the courts, as we're doing now, in the Capitol, and in the streets, until every family feels and is safe. Because this is not just policy, this is a literal human rights issue. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Linda Tortolero.